Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maureen, but you can call me Mo. And this is a place where I just like to chat about knitting related stuff, homeschool stuff, productivity stuff, whatever tickles my fancy at the moment. But lately it has been knitting, and today is no different. Today I'm actually going to share with you my top 10 summer knits. So these are purely based on my opinions and truly based on my personal aesthetic. So if you are into bold, if you're into color, if you're into trendy stuff, and you just love to knit and you love fashion, then you're probably going to like the patterns that I have picked out to share with you. So without further ado, let's get going. A couple of things before I get started. So number one, these are gonna be in no particular order until we get to the last one. I am saving my favorite, the best, for last. Secondly, please give me grace on some of these names for the designers of the patterns. I'm going to do my best in pronouncing the names, but more than likely I'm gonna get a few wrong. So feel free to correct me in the comments, but I'm asking for all the grace ahead of time. And last, I'm gonna go over the yarn weight that the pattern calls for, the needle size it calls for as well, and give you some styling and color ideas. So yeah, I'm going to be using my phone to reference some photos that I will be adding as an overlay in the video, and also to reference my notes as far as all of the things that I just went over that I'm gonna be sharing with you about each pattern. So if you see me looking down a lot, that's why. Okay, let's get started. The first pattern I wanna share with you, and one of my picks, is the Moon Crush Tank by Jacqueline Cieslak Designs. Again, I'm so sorry if I'm not saying that correctly. Okay, I was immediately drawn to the kind of color block situation that we have going on here. I'm also a huge fan of the high neck in this pattern, as well as the drape that it's giving with the fabric that you're creating here. So this tank calls for fingering weight yarn. You're gonna be using a US size 4 is the suggested needle size. This one does come in 9 sizes by finished full chest circumference of 36 inches to 68 inches. Also, I did not note this, but I am in Texas. So I'm gonna be referencing inches, yards, US needle sizes, just because that's what I use myself. Okay, so I love the color choices that I'm assuming the model for the pattern image is Jacqueline. I'm not sure. Let me know if it's not. But I really love the color choices that she chose for the tank that she has here in this photo. However, I love color and I love to explore different colors to use. So I have a couple of inspiration pictures that I'm gonna share with you where I pulled some colors from the photo. Okay, the first one is a super summery vibe for me. I love a good chartreuse, and this one gives that. This one might kind of lean a little bit more on the lime green side, but I would probably personally try to find a really beautiful chartreuse for this. But chartreuse paired with like a really nice nude and then that pink. I love this color combo. Okay, maybe if I was knitting this for a little bit, if I wanted a cooler color tone going on, this next one, I am so obsessed, truly just love the outfit that she has on and how it's styled, and the glasses and the hair color. Okay, it's all the things. I love all the things, but focus Mo. Okay, so pulling the colors from this, I love the hues of greens with that really pretty, would that be like a periwinkle blue? I'm not sure, but loving these color combo together. I would probably use that top color where Jacqueline used that red, but oh my goodness. Yeah, these colors are fun too. So a couple of color combo inspirations for you. Okay, next is the Ghost Whisperer, which is very near and dear to my heart because I am wearing my Ghost Whisperer right now. This was actually the first time that I've paired it with this vest, and I'm loving this. You know what? Let me kind of step up just a little bit for you to see. I really like this pairing together. I'm really happy with it. But I'm gonna put a picture up from my Ravelry project picture where you can see the whole top a little bit better because I just have a little bralette underneath it. But this is the Ghost Whisperer. Highly recommend this top. It was so fun and quick to knit up. And I love it. This was my first time to knit with mohair and I kind of fell in love with it. This one in particular is the La Bien Aimée mohair. And if you're curious on the specifics of it, you can go to my Ravelry project page and look at the notes, but it's so airy and I've worn it several times since I've finished it. I actually knit it specifically for a trip to Cancun and I was super excited to wear it and I've worn it several times since I came back. So all that to say, highly, highly recommend the Ghost Whisperer. Okay, so this is done in a lace weight yarn with US size 10.5 and size 6 for the ribbing. And this one comes in size extra small to 5XL, so lots of sizes here. And this one, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, this is the Ghost Whisperer by Park Williams. Okay, I love, love, love the color that was featured for the project image. Truly, like, these colors are what drew my eyes to this pattern whenever I initially saw it. So I would personally totally love to knit one in this funky chartreusey lime green. If you can't tell, you're gonna see a trend here. I love chartreuse. But in the pattern project photos for the Ghost Whisperer, she also has a pink version and I really loved that one as well. So I ended up going with the pink, obviously. However, I already bought mohair for a black version, and this is kind of an inspiration photo here that I want to do. So I actually want to do long sleeves for the next one and have it ready for fall winter. Kind of same thing, style it with a bralette underneath. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. I don't know if I'll do the increases for the balloon sleeve kind of feel. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that with the long sleeves yet. I'll have to, yeah, I'll think on that and decide, but I'll do the same neck. And yeah, definitely want to do it in long sleeve. And I think I want to do it long enough to where I can tuck it into my pants, like some high-waisted trousers, like the photo that you see there. So that's kind of my goal, but using the Ghost Whisperer pattern as like a base to go off of to basically knit this, my version of this inspiration photo. Okay, the next one is kind of a tie between two because I was looking for another pattern for summer that has mohair because I bought a sweater's amount of mohair for a project that I ended up not using and could not return because the shipping was just, would have been ridiculous to return it. So I have like 5 or 6 skeins of mohair of a color to use. So I'm on a mission to use it. And while on that mission, I came across 2 very similar, I say very, you'll see, I'm gonna obviously share them with you, but similar summer tops using mohair. So the first one is the casual top by Naked Knit. I really like this one for the pure simplicity of it. I love that it is slightly see-through, similar to the Ghost Whisperer. I would personally knit this one using this inspiration photo. I would go up a few sizes and knot it in the front. I think that's super cute. I also kind of like a little slightly oversized feel. I like to be able to tuck in my tops oftentimes. And because I would be ideally wearing this in the warmer temperatures. I like the idea of it not being like so on my skin. So I would probably go with a slightly larger, 2 to 3 times larger size to knit for myself than what the pattern probably recommends. Okay, so this one calls for a lace weight yarn using US 1.5 needles. And this one comes in a size small to extra, extra large. So truly, if I knit this one, I would probably knit the XL or the XXL, truly, just to get that look based off of that inspiration photo. Okay, and then the next one that's super similar with the casual top is the fluffy crop top by Leah Lick. So sorry. I really wish I knew how to say that. I'm gonna go with like. That's probably not right, but it just sounds good to me. So the fluffy crop top, I really like this one for the texture that the ribbing is giving here. I also really like a tank that kind of cuts into and shows off the shoulder just a little bit more. I like this in the crop version. I would probably keep it in the crop version if I'm knitting it for myself. And again, I would probably go a size 1 to 2 sizes larger. Even though it's got that ribbing, like I still want it to fit a little bit loose. That's just personal preference for me. This pattern, you're gonna use a lace and a lace together with a US 7 needle. And this one is available for a bust size from 34 inches to 44 inches. So not a huge range here, but you could likely do a little bit of math to get the bigger sizes if you needed. Can you hear those birds? They are so loud. I struggle with being annoyed by them because they're so sweet and cheerful, but sometimes I'm like, can you stop? Okay, if I'm going between the two of these and trying to decide on which one I'm gonna knit, truly, I feel like I would wear the casual top more, but the fluffy crop top is knit top down where the casual top is knit bottom up. And I'm really not a fan of bottom up knits because I really just like to be able to try it on and make sure that I'm getting the length that I want, whether it be a crop top or a full torso length. I just want to be happy with the knit. We spend a lot of time working on our knits and I want to make sure that it fits. So all that to say, would I not knit the casual top? No, I'm not saying that. Like I would, I like the look of it. But if I was choosing between the two, I'd probably go with the fluffy crop top, truly just for that reason that it's knit from the top down. Okay, our next pattern is the Ripple Halter by Jessie Made Designs. This one is using a fingering weight yarn knit on a size US 3 needle. And this one comes in extra small to 5X. Again, this is one of those patterns that the image, the color choice, the styling, all of the things just beautifully came together and called my name. I have already purchased this pattern and I cannot wait to knit it up. I obviously love the color choice that was used in this pattern photo. And if I went with another color, I would probably go with another bold color. I'm just super into bright, bold neons and pairing them, well, really with other bright, bold neons. Who am I kidding? But also pairing with a neutral always makes for a good choice. I love the idea of styling this one really chic in this inspiration photo with a fun pair of trousers, some heels. I love what's going on here. I also love the color blocking going on here in this styling. Yeah, this is giving me so much inspiration for this. Not only that, but I would totally style this down, throw it on with some denim shorts, denim jeans, tennies. There's just so many things you can do with this. A good tank is so versatile. Next we have the retro button top by Witry Design. Wit, you guys. All right, this one is knit using worsted weight yarn on a US size 4 and 6 needle, and it comes in sizes extra small to 3X. I love the simplicity of this one. I love that you're adding buttons to this. It gives it a nice little detail. This is another one that I would probably knit 1 to 2 sizes larger than what the pattern probably would suggest for my size bust, because I like the drape of like a looser kind of top here. And also the fact that it's worsted weight, I feel like this is gonna knit up really quickly. A nice cotton would probably be perfect for a summer knit for this one. I love the idea of styling this with a fun pair of pants like this inspiration photo. It really just screams summer. Next up is the Rumble Raglan by Lydia Morrow. I love this pattern. The color blocking look that this top gives makes me so happy. And it uses a fingering weight yarn, a US 2 and US 5 needle size, and it comes in sizes 1 through 9. Okay, as soon as I saw this pattern image, I was so ready to play with some colors. I couldn't help myself. So I've got a couple of inspiration photos for you. This first one is giving me all the feels, okay? This turquoise with that green paired with the orange, it's magical. This says summer to me like nobody's business. I so want to knit this top using this color scheme. I'm thinking I need to add this to cart right now. Like the more I look at it and the more I talk about it, I'm like, it makes me happy. Okay, this next one also screams summer to me. The pink with the green and this like poppy red. I love it so much. The cool thing with these two is I have some speckled yarns, but that really give like an overall kind of base color of one of these. So I have a pink speckled yarn from Hedgehog Fibers that I haven't used yet. And even though it's got a lot of other colors speckled in with it, it's got that overall pink base. And I could use that with a solid green and that solid red kind of poppy color, and it would be beautiful. So I'm just, yeah, I'm very inspired right now by these images and these color palettes. My only reservation, slight reservation on this one is that it's very fitted, and I do prefer not so fitted tops. However, I'm slightly obsessed with this one. I just think that the shapes in this pattern are brilliant and it makes me so happy. So I will be knitting this one. This next one is the Snakes and Ladders Tank by Andrea Chang. This one is knit using a DK weight yarn with a US 7 needle size, and it comes in 9 sizes based on a bust circumference of 28 inches to 58 inches. Okay, I really like the simplicity of this one, but that it has just a little bit of detailing with that Snakes and Ladders vibe to it. I also, again, really love that it kind of cuts up into and exposes the shoulder a bit. I would also probably go up a size or 2 for this one so that the drape is a little bit looser. And I like the crop of this. I would probably keep it a crop, not a super short crop, but a crop. And this one would be great paired with something like a blazer in this inspiration photo. The tanks, again, tanks are so versatile, because after summer going into fall, you can layer them up like so and really get a lot of use out of it. So I love the idea of pairing it with a blazer or a shacket or something along those lines. And honestly, I'm surprising myself by saying this, but I could totally see this done in like a white color, or ooh, a camel color would be really pretty. Kind of feeling a neutral on this one, not gonna lie. This next one gives me Billabong vibes, like serious summer vibes and some fun like 70s vintage feel. This next one is the Swell Crop Top by Lindsay Parkin, and it uses an Aran weight yarn with US size 8 and size 6 needles. And this one also comes in sizes extra small to 5X. How cute is this top? Does it not give you like super beach fun vibes. I love this one. It almost looks like it could be crocheted, and I had to make sure that it wasn't. But in fact, it is knitted. The fact that it's very little amount of garment and you're using Aran weight, this one is gonna knit up so fast and be so fun. Again, I like the color choices that we see here in the pattern image, but of course I'm gonna play around with some color. And I have a couple of ideas. So if I wanted to stay with that beachy billabong kind of vibe that I initially got when I saw this pattern, I like this first inspiration image. It's got the bright colors, totally gives me like bright spring, summer colors. However, going back to the pattern image, I like the contrast of like the black and then the brights in the middle. But if I wanted an overall lighter feel, I really like this inspiration image and pulling some of the colors from that. Now, if I want to pull it a little bit more modern, I really like this modern color palette that I got on Pinterest. I love the combination of this. I'm not sure if I would keep the main color that black or maybe do that main color. I would maybe do it that light blue or the gray and then have the other ones contrast in the middle. But I really like that modern color palette as well. I think it would kind of blend like that fun beachy, again, billabong vibe with like a modern color palette. I think that could be a really cool combination. I also totally see this styled with a good flare denim jean. I mean, come on. I am ready for some summer fun now. Our next one is the Viva Cami by Ksenia Nadion, also known as Life is Cozy on Ravelry. This one uses a fingering weight yarn, size US 2 and 0 needles, and the sizes are based on a finished chest circumference of 31 inches to 60 inches. Okay, I love the simplicity of this tank. I'm not always gravitated towards stripes, but when I saw this tank, I knew immediately that I wanted to do more of like a monochromatic type of striping. So this first inspiration image I think would be super cute to stripe with. This pink and bright red makes such a really good combo. I would probably even go with a slightly darker shade of pink, just something a little bit closer to that red to kind of pull more of a monochromatic, but these two colors complement each other so beautifully. I also had to grab an inspiration photo with a nice neon pop, and this next one has that bright neon, almost chartreuse with this beautiful nude color. I love this. If I were to knit the Viva Cami, I am quite sure I would go with this color combo for the striping. I think it would be so fun. And how cool to pair with, I have a really nice like brown, almost plaid-like blazer that I could pair over it. I think that would be so fun because the brown is like a dark brown, so it would complement beautifully. Okay, you guys, the last one is my favorite one. I'm so excited to share this one with you, and it is the Olymp Sweater Vest by Le Pool. I'm not sure if it's Olymp or Olympe. We're gonna go with Olymp. Okay, this one uses a worsted weight on US size 8 and size 6 needles and comes in sizes small to large. What I love about this vest is that it's intended to use up yarns that you just have laying around. So pairing yarns together to make that worsted weight would be an option. Like, the sky is truly the limit here. I love the idea of just pulling together all types of yarns, weights of yarns, colors of yarns. It just, it makes me so excited. There's so many ways that I would style this. One way that came to mind was like this first inspiration image with just a nice pair of like wide leg slacks and just the vest. I think it would be chic, classy, comfy, very summery, and I'm here for it. Another idea that I love is pairing it with like a white tee underneath, like the second inspiration image. I also think this would be super chic, still comfy, really any basic tee underneath that kind of complements your vest would be cute, but white is kind of my go-to. If you had a tee underneath, you could even wear the vest completely unbuttoned. There's so many possibilities. So this one I also purchased, and I am about to start knitting this one up. I am so excited to get this one on my needles. My biggest hurdle right now, and I haven't yet started the process yet, but my biggest hurdle I know is going to be not really planning the yarns. Like, I do not want to buy any yarns for this project. I truly want to use what I have already in my stash. So I'm fighting because I've been thinking about this pattern already, and I'm fighting the idea of having a strategy because I really want it to just kind of be like grab and go, you know, like not overthink the yarns that I'm gonna use, the colors that I'm gonna use. And my like structure mindset is having a hard time with that. So what I think I might do is kind of just throw a bunch together and just see it all in a big pile and be okay with like the combination of all the colors together, and then just randomly kind of pick. Maybe that in my mind will help me not feel like it's so structured, but then there kind of is a structure to it. I don't know, we'll see. But all that to say, you guys, when I saw this pattern release, because I follow LaPoule on Instagram and I saw her post and I was like, take my credit card. Yep, add to cart. I was so ready to knit this. I had another project in mind that I was about to start, and I was like, nope, this is the one. This is the one that I'm about to do. So I'm really excited to knit this one up. All right, here's the deal. I also have an honorable mention. And it is an honorable mention only because as I'm recording this video, it is a pattern that is not yet released. And it is the mini mock neck tank by Jessie Made Designs. So I am on Jessie's newsletter list, and I got an email for a request for testers for a few of her upcoming patterns. And I did apply for this one to be a tester, and I didn't get it. Cue sad music. But that's okay. It's okay. I'm still going to be buying this pattern. So I can give you some of the details. It will be using a fingering weight yarn, knitted on a size US 3 and 2 needles, and it will be available in sizes extra small to 5X. I love the pink that is shown here in the pattern image. It's almost identical to the pink that I have here from my Ghost Whisperer top. And I also really like this inspiration image. I don't have a lot of green in my closet, and so when I saw this, I was like, I like that shade of green. So I'm thinking I may knit it up in a hue similar to this. I really like that one. But just any bright summer color would look so fantastic on this tank. And if I remember correctly, I want to say I also read that it is knit top down. That was another reason why I was really quick to apply for testing for it, because I was really excited to see that. So I'm pretty sure, I can't remember 100%, but I'm pretty sure this one is gonna be top down. Okay friends, those are my top 10 summer knits for 2023. A couple of them are already purchased by me. I am so excited to get them knit up, and I hope that you are inspired by some of the patterns that I shared here, along with some of the ideas and color inspiration shared with those patterns as well. All of the patterns will be linked down below, and if any of them are something that you're interested in knitting next, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on these summer patterns. Okay, until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.